Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. It's Shay. You're watching Twisted Tea, and I'm talking about Nicki Minaj's kind of heart-to-heart with Cardi B at the Met Gala. I kind of heard the headlines before I even saw the images. And the headlines were kind of like, oh, you see Nicki Minaj and Cardi, they don't have beef. They linked up at the Met Gala. Everything's good. And I was like, before doing further research, I was like, oh, that's wonderful. Great. Cool. Right? And then I saw the picture, and that's going to be a meme. That's not even going to be a meme. That's going to be 1,000 of memes. The one with like Jeremy Scott in the background. Jeremy Scott is a Moschino designer. And then Nicki Minaj's facial expression, which kind of just looks like she's just kind of fabricating something, right? And then Cardi B just has that face, you know? So she kind of had that pull-up face on me, you know, that song that she did, Pull Up On Me? Yeah. So when I saw that, I was like, ooh, no. There's definitely more to this story. So, you know, I have the tea. First off, how Cardi felt about this, right? Four of Cups reversed, basically, it's kind of like a too little too late. Cardi B is just like, you know, you're doing all this, you're doing the most right now, you're doing the most, and it's still not enough, it's too little, and it's way too late. So that's what this card represented. And Three of Cups, which was the next card, shows a not only the celebration of the social event of the Met Gala, but it also is like a mediation. These kind of two cups represent Nicki and Cardi and how they're being brought together by a third party, whether it was Jeremy Scott or someone else who just wanted to try to get, two queens together and put all this hate behind them, right? So that's the purpose of this reading. Did it work? Oh, we have the Three of Swords here. The Three of Swords represents how Nicki articulated herself from a point of, I felt really hurt. Just a lot of woe was me. I'm the victim. Boo hoo hoo. I didn't. And honestly, I don't really know if this is a good way to kind of approach someone like Cardi B as far as feelings is concerned. Because, I will say that a Libra, which Cardi B is, they're more likely to be emotional, but an air sign, you kind of want to get to them from a point of logic. So pulling this card, pulling the I'm the victim, and I felt, and that didn't really go well with Cardi. But it was all in the hopes, Nicki thought, of having a new beginning, right? Nicki wanted a new beginning as represented by the Fool, but the Fool also represents a lot of naivete, a lot of just being really naive. I don't even think Nicki's aware that Cardi B didn't fall for any of that shit. If anything, this could also represent how Cardi B feels about Nicki in that situation. Like, I don't know, me, I'm a person, I'm really good at reading body language. I think that Nicki really should have picked up on some body language, because Cardi wasn't falling for any of this. This is further represented by the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is just kind of, he could be easily riled up. Basically, I'm just going to say like this. I'm not even going to interpret this card other than to say that Cardi B was just kind of like on the shots fired, okay? She's going to play it cool. I'm telling you, she's playing it cool. But how her mental, shots fired. And like I said in the beginning, too little, too late, right? So that's Cardi. how she felt, and very different from how Nicki Minaj felt. Nicki Minaj felt like intemperance, like a middle ground was reached. Nicki Minaj is really kind of clueless as to what she thinks the effect of this conversation on Cardi was. She really thinks it was successful. She thought that she balanced it out. She thought, and we're gonna see right now something very interesting that my cards did. There were 4 cards that came up in all reversed, and then we have the Magician, and it's very, very interesting because the Magician represents Cardi, and you see in this Magician card that the Magician is holding up this ball that is shining light on all these on elements down here, right? On these tools down here, and these tools are all represented right here. These are the 4 elements. We've got air, earth, fire, and water. And what this shows is that Cardi B she kind of saw through everything in Nicki's kind of falsified persona. Okay, as far as what she was saying, Cardi B saw the lies, trying to deceive me, trying to make me, like trying to make me look dumb. Like, that's how Cardi's feeling. She saw through the lies. She ain't say nothing on it, because there's a time and place for everything. The Magician just shows, I see it. Like, the light is being shown on the lies. Then the light was also being shown on the reverse 9 of coins, which this is kind of like her insecurities. Like, the upright 9 of coins is a great, gracious, grateful, independent, strong woman, and in reverse, she may be lacking that humility, maybe feeling insecure. And once again, the Magician is shining light on that. Cardi B sees through that. She's like, you insecure. I get it, ma. Verse 2 of Wands. This is when Nicki at this point says, oh, I want us to work together. Let's we gotta do something. Let's put some music out, whatever. Again, the Magician shines light on this and says, I see through that. You acting like you want to move forward, and I know that you're not being honest. I know that you're not being truthful. So Cardi's not really falling for that either. Okay. And then the reverse Chariot shows how Cardi sees through Nicki. Nicki tried so hard to seem like she's in control of her emotions, and she really thought that she got herself together. But honestly, I mean, yeah, Cardi see through this because that was the point of these 4 cards. The Magician is shining light on everything that Cardi B saw through. But I don't really think that Nicki knows how transparent. Like, I don't think she sees how transparent she is. I think she thinks that she's a lot slicker than people would be able to identify. I don't really think that she's really that in control of her facial expressions, her tone of voice, inflection, and that's great because she is a musical artist, so she needs to be expressive. Like, that's one of my favorite reasons why I do like Nicki Minaj as a rapper, is because she has so much character. She has so much inflection and stuff, but at the same time, I don't really know she thinks that she could really rein it in when she needs to try to deceive someone, and try to play a part So I would tell her probably, work on that, Nicki, because to Cardi B, Nicki Minaj is no more than the Eight of Swords. She's really trapped. And this bowl that Nicki is in, this kind of bubble, also reminds me of The Magician, which is the card that came before this one. But remember, the Magician is holding up a ball, and here Nicki is stuck in a ball. Kind of just shows that Cardi is in control. I don't really think that Nicki Minaj really understands that yet. That she thinks that she got the upper hand. She thought that she gained the upper hand from their conversation, but honestly, Nicki's a puppet right now. Nicki is Cardi's puppet. Cardi just took all that she learned and just stored it in the back somewhere, right? And it's not even gonna rile her up right now. But then we have the future. So this 10 of coins shows that all is good in the hood. We're gonna have a short period of peace between them. They're gonna have some peace, because you got to understand, Cardi is going to see how everything looks to the media. Now, Cardi knows these things that I just talked about. She knows, she saw through the facade, she saw through all that. But to us, and the coins really represent us in the earthly realm, kind of represents us and how we perceive it. So we perceive everything is all good in the hood. Just like the headlines, oh, they linked up, they squashed their beef. So Cardi's not really going to come at her in a different way, because then it's going to look like Cardi B is the antagonist, and she's not going to do that. So we're going to see this, everything is good in the hood. But some shit is going to change. That's going to change quick, fast, soon. And that's told with the wheel. The wheel is just, the wheel tells us that when things are going good, it's going to turn for the worse. And it says, when things are going bad, it's going to turn for the better. But because we have this peace, prosperity, happiness, and the 10 of coins, this wheel shows that things are going to be turning left just now. What is going to happen is the reverse 9 of wands shows Nicki Minaj crossing lines, crossing boundaries, throwing disses. She's gonna get under Cardi's skin. It's gonna get under Cardi's skin. It's this reverse King of Cups shows emotional outbursts, an attack, definitely some attack, some emotional manipulation. And remember, what a lot of celebrities kind of say, how, Nicki Minaj is manipulating, right? As far as, Nicki Minaj said it in a song, like, I stop bags like a TSA. So we could see that. We're going to see how this is going to be the catalyst for a renewed beef. Honestly, though, it never stopped. Maybe Nicki Minaj believed that it ended, but in all honesty, in Cardi B's eyes, there was no link up, there was no reconciliation, there's no peace, because it wasn't sincere. You can't really blame Cardi B. She felt the energy, and it wasn't sincere to her. And guess what? Everyone's gonna see. Everyone's going to see, wow, it really wasn't sincere. Wow, Nicki is really going to show her true colors, all right? And what's worse is this Queen of Coins represents a humble, pregnant Cardi B. And Cardi B is going to come out looking really good. Number one, Cardi B is pregnant. You can't come for a pregnant woman. Not in society. You can't come for a pregnant woman. You cannot. It don't even matter what Cardi B is gonna say in retaliation to Nicki. Cardi B is gonna have the favor of the majority. Like, she's gonna have an even bigger following than she did before. Is going to, the Queen of Coins is also prosperous. She's abundant. So this is gonna be good for Cardi's coins. It's gonna be good for her reputation. It's gonna be good for her sales. I mean, status, like all of that. Cardi B, I'm telling you, Cardi B is already the winner in this situation. And as for Nicki, the reverse Six of Wands is not a good look. This could be her resting on her laurels. And that's kind of like what Nicki is doing, right? Resting on laurels. What's this whole Queen album thing that she's talking about? Like, when she talked about it in her interview, she was like, "Oh, the album title is gonna be amazing. Everyone's gonna, see how it really reflects me and where I'm at right now." And then she just came out with something boring like Queen. It fell a little short for me. But this reverse Six of Wands shows she's gonna take a hit in her I want to say something like character and her reputation and her status, right? This is where it's gonna affect her. This is where Nicki's gonna take an L. Nicki's gonna take an L in this. It could affect album sales. It's not going to be too much. I mean, she's still going to get guap from that. But that's why I say what's really big here is the reputation, how she's going to lose on that front. Okay. These last two cards kind of just represented. It represents kind of when we'll see this. The Knight of Coins is a slower moving. It's a slower moving. It represents slower. It represents kind of a slower pace, and when we'll see everything in the world manifest, right? But this also, to me, represents kind of a war. The Knight of Coins kind of just shows kind of like, what is it? I think it's Bardi Gang. Is that what Cardi's followers is called? Whatever it is, that's the Knight of Coins here. Bardi Gang has not come to play, y'all. This is gonna be a war. So when people were kind of hoping for the queens to get together, this just shows nothing but war. It's gonna divide the fans, okay? Because there's people now who Cardi and Nicki Minaj fans, and what's gonna happen in the near future on the Knight of Coins shows a few months span, because it is a little slower moving. You're definitely gonna see when how things are gonna happen after some albums drop, right? Like a Nicki Minaj album coming out. So it's definitely gonna be after that time, but it's definitely gonna be a war. It's gonna divide the fans. And I'm telling you, from these cards, Cardi is gonna be the winner. And Nicki, the thing is about with the reverse Six of Wands, it's not a card of not being victorious, but it's a card of some type of a loss of reputation. She's gonna lose a chunk of following, and meanwhile, that chunk of following, that chunk of her following that Nicki Minaj has is just gonna come right over here, and kind of a war between the Barbs and Bardi Gang. So looking forward to that, because then that's going to be some good new music for us, right? So thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry for the interruptions. I try to pause when someone when there's loud noise, but you guys should know me by now. I do like being out here in the sun. I'm trying to work on my tan a little bit. dehydrates the hell out of me. So like, subscribe, comment with what you guys want to see, because this is ultimately your series. I do this for you guys. Check out my other videos, especially my other Twisted Tea videos, and definitely subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the new stuff that I do. I don't just do Twisted Tea. I do a lot of videos about self-love, stuff like that. That's why I do try to keep my my celebrity gossip a little on the more positive note. And if you agree that I do that, please let me know, because I could be petty, but I don't really enjoy it, especially when I'm talking about women. And honestly, I'm a fan of both Nicki Minaj and Cardi. So, and even if I wasn't, it's not going to be a reason for me to talk down on either one of those beautiful women. So much love, much peace. I'll see you guys next Twisted Tea episode. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for being a loyal Twisted Tea sipper. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.